Hello, everyone. I got Amico news, official Amico news from the source, from one of my sources. Actually, it's a source of a source from a source, um, from another source. Now, of course, don't quote me on this because, sometimes my sources change things, and sometimes, you can't hold them to it because, things change with my sources, and sources, you know, they change. Now, let's get to the to the rear grease from the body grease from my rear, or however that saying goes. Now, I welcome you to my information that I'm about to tell you from my source. Um, Always duplicate it, never imitate it, or something like that. The source that I got is from the source that my other source gave me, of the information of the Intellivision Amico. A lot of official information that my source gave me. And this is not rumored. This is from my source, and that my source got me through sources. Now, this is information from a source about the sixth pack-in game was done about 5 years ago. It's been done. The back end is done. My back end is done. I just had chili. Ooh. And you know, this the was one of my sources. Now, don't quote my source because things could change. But I have a lot of information that I know. I'm not allowed to say who my source is. But um, um, but sweaty rear back grease. I know that might sound disgusting, but that's a figure of speech. Um, Always manipulate it, but don't duplicate it. Um, and my sources, told me that, the UI and the operating system is pretty much done. It's ready to go. The quiet period is done, and my sources have told me, that this is going to be the year of the Amico, and whether or not you know the Amico comes out this year, it doesn't mean that I didn't hear it correctly from my sources. It just means that don't quote me, but if I'm to understand this correctly, but my sources may have changed their plans, and things change. And my sources have told me that um, they don't want to expose my other sources, but there's big things coming that only I know about. That they told me. I'm gonna look at my notes. Um, I'm gonna look at my notes here that I got from my sources. from my other sources that have grease from their rear and always manipulated and duplicated but never imitated. I'm really glad that I'm able to bring you this information that only I know. And I've been right all along. Most information I get first, and other people ask me, and it's as to how I'm to understand it. I'm getting the information from my source, and I'm not allowed to say who that source is because it's multiple sources that are getting it from other sources. And that's who I am. Always imitated, but never duplicated. That's me. Bacon body grease. Now, more information that you may not know, that the information that I was able to obtain via phone call is unbelievable. And if you was to believe me, you would just be amazed. But again, don't quote me because things change, people change, seasons change, and my sources may change this information at their own will. But this information that I'm giving you was from my source. Thank you.